Ladies and gentlemen, part 3 of the great Greg Norman giveaway. And of course, we went and saved the best for last. We kind of do that, right? You know, we kind of roll that way. Well, besides the beautiful singing, we tend to build these offers up. So the biggest money's at the end right there. So today, well, you know, best for last. Last offer was pretty compelling. That limestone, not the Limestone Coast, but the Knights Valley Cabernet that Bill Nancaro made for the Greg Norman label that we offered a few weeks back is amazing. That is ridiculous wine for $12, people, from a vineyard directly across from Peter Michael Winery, and the vineyard used to provide some of the best fruit for those Behringer Knights Valley and/or Knights Valley Reserve bottlings. That wine's amazing, so I'm not going to discount that bad boy at all. Killer juice. But today, we're going to Napa, right? It makes sense. You know, you got to finish up with the Napa Valley. We have to finish up with the home team, with the strong one, with the fanciest bottle, the coolest looking label, no screw caps. You know what I'm saying? This one is the Uptown Greg Norman wine that we got a really incredible price on. So this is it, the 2018 Greg Norman Estates Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. What a wine. This wine is a complete knockout. You know, the whole thing is, when they're doing their sourcing, like we did with the Knights Valley bottling, that sourcing's really important. And the key thing here is you're not dealing with a Napa Valley wine that was cobbled together from like Pope Valley, American Canyon, young vine leftovers from some BS vineyard out in the middle of nowhere, basically barely within the confines of the appellation. No, this is not that wine. This is sourced from 2 high-end NDA vineyard sites. They couldn't tell us. We don't know. There's no information out there. But 2 very prestigious vineyard sites in the Napa Valley, delivering 100% Cabernet goodness, all new oak, 40% new? 40% new, I think. But you know, the thing is, there's not a ton of info on this wine. It's really super quiet. It's almost like it was like an afterthought wine, or a wine that they wanted to keep at a really low profile, but legit gear. Amazing. Let's dig into this. So the Greg Norman style, the Bill Nancaro style, I should say, that Greg signs off on. But the Bill Nancaro style, as we mentioned last time, he spent a lot of time at Duckhorn. He was one of the main guys at Duckhorn. And if you know the Duckhorn Cabernets, you know that those wines aren't like these super trophy, ostentatious wines, but neither are they the leaner, you know, kind of new cool kid, you know, picking Cabernet at 12.5%. They're not that style either. The point is, Bill's Cabernets tend to be perfect, exemplary styles of Napa Valley Cabernet. 2018, great vintage. Just classic, man. Cabernet, picked perfectly, French oak, great year, simple. Yeah, cassis, black cherry, spice. The oak isn't actually prominent at all. The oak is perfectly integrated into the wine. Yeah, blind, I'd say this is like a really good bottle of Duckhorn Cabernet. I've had the Duckhorn Cabernets. With all due respect, this wine's made like Duckhorn Cabernet. But it's not Duckhorn Cabernet, just to be square. At least we don't think it is. Yeah. Nobody knows. But I love the style here. I love this fastball down the middle of the plate, Napa Cabernet style here. Gorgeous. 6 years of bottle age. This wine's drinking perfectly now. DM cork, no TCA. You know, one of the cool things, delicious. One of the cool things here is this wine, you know, the whole Greg Norman concept was never meant to go out as like some kind of super trophy culty type thing, right? It was always about delivering value in the first place. So what happens when you double down on value for this offer when the rest of the world's like still somehow raising their prices? The value factor increases exponentially. So long story short, this wine was $41, right? Heart of the Valley, Napa Valley Cabernet, great vintage, great winemaking, 41 bucks. The wine was already a screaming deal. Spectacular deal. But we know you guys. We know you're picky. We want you clicking. We want you drinking great wine, and we want your money. So how's 15 bucks? I couldn't even pretend to dream with that price. $14.98 for 2018 Napa Valley Cabernet, made by one of the top Cabernet crafters in the valley. Sick, 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 sick. If we don't sell all this wine today, I will eat my shoe. So just be advised, Patrick, a reminder, leather shoe on Monday. Leather shoes, wear leather shoes on Monday, not the synthetic ones, because I don't want to die. But hopefully, if you guys do your job, I won't have to. Click. There's only 40 some odd cases. There's not a lot of this. And this stuff, I think, is going to fly. Great, great Napa Valley Cabernet for 15 bucks. This is legit gear, people. This is not BS. Legit, legit gear. Click and buy, like and subscribe. We're almost at 10,000. Are we close? We're like 20 people away from 10,000 on YouTube. Make this happen. I'd like to see that 10K. I don't have much of an ego with this shit, but that'd be kind of fun, huh? Seeing 10K out there? That'd be kind of legit. Ha! Wine.com. Ha! Total. Right? Yeah. Buy this. Enjoy.